Once upon a time, this the memory. It's like synergy. Life the hardest teacher y'all could ever get the master. Get a test first, then y'all get that lesson after. Steve's never stressing them G's to freeze egos. Please, I just get them in threes, like the Migos.
What's going on, everybody? I'd like to welcome y'all back to the Diagnose Success Podcast. I'm your host, K Sparks. It's a blessing to be a blessing. We are blessed and highly favored. And as always, we're going to get started with the word of the day, something motivational, inspirational, get you through your day, your week, your life. All right, I love this word of the day, and it says, you survive too many storms to be bothered by raindrops. I'll say that again. You survive too many storms to be bothered by raindrops. I love that word of the day because at the end of the day, we all go through problems. We all go through stress. We all encounter these different situations. But the good thing is, like, I remember my mother used to love going to church, and a lot of times, a lot of church people would say, well, you know, I'm going through, right? And the pastor would always say, well, you know, at least you're going through it, right? You're getting through it to get to it. So the problems that you had 2 years ago, think about that. If they're a thing of the past and now you're constantly progressing in life and you're not no longer where you used to be, that's a blessing within itself, right? Like the fact that you can look back at things that were such a big deal, such a big problem, and at this present day, you've grown. That's a blessing within itself, right? So don't sweat the small things. Just be grateful that you're alive, you're breathing, you got a new opportunity, a new day to do better, to level up, and that's the word of the day, all right? But for today, we're going to get into something different. This is called a wrap-up. Now, a lot of people were telling me they love the podcast, they love the show. Their only thing is that they wish that I could get to more topics sometimes, which is valid because a lot of times it's like to dedicate a whole episode towards one topic. It does take up time. So the wrap up is shit that'll just happen, a couple of topics, and we just gonna get right into it. And we just gonna give y'all what y'all need because maybe you missed it. Maybe you wasn't tapped in. So this episode, that's what we're gonna do. First and foremost, we're gonna get into a grandmother who's a pastor. She went viral. This shit is hilarious because her granddaughter was actually pranking her. She did not know that she was being pranked. And this shit is fucking hilarious. So we're gonna get into it. Run a clip.
This is my grandmother,
Pastor Pam.
and thank you for giving me a chance to interview for this $10,000 scholarship.
She gonna get it in Jesus' name.
The prompt question was who inspires me and who I look up to, and it's my grandmother. And that's because she's a pastor. But before she got saved by Jesus and gave her life to Christ, she used to be a prostitute. Well, my papa told me.
Your damn life in a motherfucking pedo. This ain't no school shit.
My papa told me she used to be a prostitute.
You're just God bring your ass here.
And she
I never fucking been a prostitute. I was a virgin when I was back.
she used to. He said he had to save her from standing on the side of the street selling her sweets. And
That's a damn lie.
she really stopped being a prostitute and got touched up because she said she got tired of sleeping with so many people.
That's a damn lie. I ain't never slept no motherfucker.
Mama, stop cursing.
Don't do that.
Yo, so as you can clearly see, she didn't know she was being pranked. She looking at her granddaughter like, yo, what is you talking about? You're wilding, you're jumping out. And, you know, it was a joke. She was in jest. She was playing with it, man. But that was type funny, man. Y'all know I love to laugh. I love the joke. So that was hilarious to me. Second thing we're going to get into, part of the wrap-up. So Drake did something that was very cringe. It's horrible, man, because, you know, he makes great music. He really does. I like some of his new stuff. He put out that song, What Did I Miss? I thought that's a dope track. You know, the Nokia joint. He got some bops, man. Drake is Drake. But he just does cringe shit sometimes, and it doesn't stop. So recently, so I don't know if you guys hip to this, Drake had got LeBron James tattooed on his body. Years ago, you know, I guess to show his level of devotion and friendship to LeBron, he got a tattoo of LeBron's, basically like his jersey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's nasty work within itself. I don't feel any grown man should be putting another man on his body. Pause your whole fucking existence. That's super weird and super creepy.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
I feel the only way that should be like if that's your son or your father, you know, like a random athlete you put on your body, that's nasty work. It's filthy. It's filthy. Diabolical. So, of course, LeBron ended up going to Kendrick's show, the Pop Out, where Kendrick annihilated Drake, dissed him. LeBron is bumping in the crowd, turning up with his wife. Drake ain't like that. So Drake recently did a cover-up But the cover-up was questionable because the cover-up was of another man. This this dude that plays for the Thunder, basically, he got this guy's jersey, I guess, tattooed to cover up the LeBron tat, which is diabolical. You cover up you cover up a man, you got a man's tattoo on your body, and then you cover up that man's tattoo with another man's tattoo.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Damn! That is crazy. Man, some things in life you just shouldn't do, and I think that was crazy. I don't know who's advising him, but that's nasty work. And even if you wanted to do it, why are you telling people this, my guy? What are you doing? Like, this is crazy, B. Like, I ain't never heard no shit like this in my life. I don't even know what the fuck to say about that. That's just weird, all right? So, it is what it is. Third thing that happened that people got to get acquainted with. So, if you're not familiar, there was a young lady who was working at a McDonald's, and her boss was a tyrant, from what I'm hearing. Her boss was a piece of shit. And she was harassing her constantly. Let's get into the clip.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great.
So that young lady basically went on to hit the news because, she pretty much just murked the boss. She got tired of her shit. What I will say is that at the end of the day, anybody who's ever worked a 9-to-5 or is working a 9-to-5, we know that we have those bosses and those people in management that are a fucking piece of shit. You do not like them. They are assholes. They are fake. They talk shit about everybody behind their back to other people, right? They play these games. So you tolerate these people. You don't like these bosses, right? You just tolerate them because they're full of shit and they're pieces of shit. And it is what it is. But people have to be mindful that play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Your title don't mean nothing. If you treat your workers like shit, if you're constantly talking shit about them, you're gossiping to other people about them, eventually they just might get tired of you and just fuck you up. That's the reality of life. Your title does not protect you from an ass whipping. Whether you're a manager, whether you're a supervisor, whatever the fuck you are, you can get your ass beat on any given day.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Right? So I think people need to be mindful of that. People in positions, you never know the stress that people are dealing with. You never know the level of pressure that they're dealing with in their personal life. And, the reality of it is, just don't be a fucking dickhead. That's the reality of it. Like, don't be a dickhead. Be nice if you can. All right? And if you can't, gracefully bow out or just shut the fuck up. Right? So that was crazy. Getting into another thing, Diddy, with the Diddy trial. Diddy trial pretty much, to summarize it all, the worst charges, basically, he was able to beat those in a nutshell. That's pretty much the case with that. Interesting trial to see how everything played out with that. And, I think the lesson in this is, like we said before, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. He did a lot of questionable things. And, of course, at least he was able to beat them charges, the worst ones at least, but maybe there's a lesson learned in this, right? Maybe he'll walk away from this with a better understanding not to do dumb shit, because even though he beat the major charge, it still doesn't negate the fact that you still did fucked up shit. You still beat the shit out of that girl on camera. You did some questionable shit. So, that's the wrap up. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know how y'all feeling it, what y'all thought about some of these things. You can comment, like, subscribe, and until next time, peace.